Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Perth International Airport. I've just arrived at Terminal 1, or the domestic terminal for Virgin Australia. And today I'm going to be flying Virgin Australia on board an Airbus A320 from here in Perth over to Adelaide in South Australia. So first time on the Virgin A320 since they only really operate here out of WA. So now that we're inside, let's go and find check-in. So from the looks of it, it's self-check-in only. It looks like a very modern system here, and I really like the vibes from Terminal 1 here in Perth. So let's go over here and check in. Okay, so check-in and bag drop completed. You actually go to one of these fancy looking bag drop desks and they'll drop your bag for you. There is a priority check-in which I would have been able to use, but there's no one there. I just heard them speaking about trying to get someone there, but it's really quiet anyway, so it's not an issue. So yeah, now let's head up the escalators to security and check out the lounge thanks to Velocity Gold. Very good check-in process, I must say. Thanks to Velocity Gold, it looks like we have priority screening. Alright, so security check now completed. We still were allowed to skip the queue, but there wasn't actually, the priority lane was closed. I'm not sure why, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so the departures are just down here, and just around here, there's the Virgin Australia lounge. So let's go and check it out. Okay, so welcome to the Virgin Australia Perth lounge. I did come here yesterday for dinner, and so I already know a bit of what it looks like. Let's go through the food quickly. This is tea, soft drink dispensers. Over here there's like a few different types of yogurts, some fruit salad bowls, a couple of different types of toast, a toaster, a pancake machine, automatic, some muffins, a bit of cereal, juice. There's no alcoholic beverages until 12 p.m. Baked beans, frittata, bacon, and yeah, that's about it. But overall, I would say it's actually a very nice selection of things for breakfast here at the Virgin Australia Perth lounge. My plane for today is conveniently the first one that you see from the lounge. This is Victor Hotel, Victor November Romeo. It's a 2009 built Airbus A320-200. It was delivered brand new to Tiger Air Singapore in 2009. Then came over to Tiger Air Australia in 2010. And during COVID, it was with a leasing company called Airline, and came over to Virgin Australia in 2022. And that's where it's been ever since. So this will be my ride over to Adelaide. It's very interesting seeing the Virgin Australia livery on the A320. It just looks different, but I really like it. It's cool for change, so yeah. For those of you who didn't know, Virgin Australia do have a fleet of A320s, obviously. They have, I'm not sure how many, but there's probably like 5 or 6 of them, maybe a bit less. But yeah, they primarily operate regional flights here in WA to like Broome and Port Hedland and some other mining cities. So yeah. Barista coffee is also served just behind the food and drink selection over there. Just got myself a little bowl of fruit and some yogurt. Get a chai latte and some pancakes later or something. Okay, so boarding was called a few minutes ago, actually 10 minutes early. So now just exiting the lounge. I have enjoyed my stay here at the lounge, and I would definitely recommend the Virgin Australia Perth Lounge. Nice views, solid food offerings, and yeah, overall a nice lounge. You can see a Cathay Pacific A350 1000, which will head to Hong Kong at about midnight tonight. And there's also a Virgin Australia A330 out there. Very sad to see them sitting there non-operational. Never got to try them. I really wish I did. I think they'd be a nice aircraft to fly on. Just arriving in late here is the Singapore Airlines 787-10 coming in from Singapore. Here's the departures area here at Terminal 1. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now let's board through the priority lane, which is for business, platinum and gold members. Thank you. Okay, now let's board. There's no rear stairs boarding today, I don't think. Either way, though, I'm in the first 15 rows. Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thanks, Hugo. Row 5 on the right-hand side.
Thank you.
Remaining in
Welcome on board the Virgin Australia A320. There's 168 seats in a 3-3 layout. My seat for today will be 5A, on the right side of the aircraft when boarding from the front. Welcome on board the Virgin Australia Airbus A320, seat 5A. Now that I've got my seatbelt fastened, let's go through the seat features. So we'll start off with legroom. Legroom on this aircraft is very average. It's I think 76 centimetres or 30 inches. It's okay for a flight of this length, but it's nothing special. I think it's the same as the Qantas 737. In the seat back pocket here, you have one big one and a safety card, in-flight entertainment thing, and a menu, as well as a sick bag. Then just here we have a tray table. It's a very big size, has a little cup holder slot as always. You can pull it out and in, but you can't fold it. There's the overhead panel. And with headrest, there is kind of a built-in headrest and like little edges there. So yeah, it's kind of designed so it fits the body shape, but you can't adjust it at all, obviously. So yeah. Overall, I think the seat features are average, but I knew they weren't going to be great. I just wanted to try out the A320, which is cool to see on a Virgin Australia plane. So, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for best comfort, I would probably suggest going on a 737, but it's solid on the A320 as well.
Your smaller bags and heavier items go under the seat in front of you. Larger bags can go in the lockers, wheels first where possible. Once they're put away, take your allocated seat and make sure your seatbelt is done up. As always, smoking or using e-cigarettes of any kind isn't allowed when flying with us.
Welcome back to our Lavatory frequent flyer and Virgin Australia Business Fly members. It's wonderful to have you with us again.
Welcome aboard. To keep the aisle and exits clear,
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Team in the flight deck, we have Captain Steve Breen and First Officer Tom Pedersen. In the cabin, you'll meet Vincent, Michelle and Anthony. While we know some of you fly often, we'd appreciate if you could pause any devices while we take you through the safety demonstration.
Welcome aboard. It's wonderful to have you with us. At Virgin Australia, your health and safety come first, so we appreciate you giving us your attention as we take you through some important information about this flight. Your seatbelt should now be done up low and tight across your hips. To fasten, push the ends together until they click, then pull the strap to tighten. To release, just lift the buckle. When the seatbelt sign is on, your belt should stay on too. And even if the sign is off, we recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened in case of turbulence. If the cabin pressure changes and oxygen is needed, your mask will drop from above you. We'll now point out the emergency exits. There are 2 doors at the front, 4 your handheld devices as long as you have switched them to flight mode. Anything larger than handheld will need to be put away. And if you lose your device in your seat, don't move the seat. Just sit tight and ask your crew for assistance. Finally, make sure your seat is upright, window blinds are open, tray tables put away, and all bags are under the seat in front of you. Now, as we get ready for takeoff, please relax and have a wonderful flight.
Just waiting for our turn to take off. Looks like we're not using much of the runway, but we're using a different runway. Waiting for this beautiful boutique Air 737 MAX 8 to take off for Denpasar, Bali. Okay, so currently still climbing. Not sure exactly what altitude, but we're probably around 30,000 feet now. Still climbing to cruising altitude. Oh, I was just about to say that the cabin crew are being a little bit slower than usual, but they just started coming around. So yeah. By the way, the Inflight entertainment, I haven't been able to get that working. There's no Wi-Fi network showing up on settings, so I'll let you know if I can figure that out. But yeah, otherwise it's been little bumps, but it's been a pretty comfy flight so far. Okay, so not long later, I have my food and drink service. So I'll show you the menu real quick. I'm not going to really go through it because I've done that so many times. But yeah, prices are solid. Yeah, nothing really. It's not cheap, but it's also not too expensive. So, yep. I just opted for free tea out of tea, coffee, and water, which are offered on every flight for free. Got a couple milks with it too. And I paid $6 for a gooseberry getaway. So, yeah, I have some snacks that I can have separately, so I didn't get any of them. But overall, I think getting just free tea, coffee, and water is just something very good from Virgin Australia and crew friendly. Yeah, no complaints. I did raise the issue that the thing isn't working, so. Yeah, they said they're going to have a look at that once the service is over. Okay, there's some nice looking salt lakes out there. About maybe 15 minutes after the service they've finished. Haven't checked the Wi-Fi again yet. The pilot's just come out to say hello. So, yeah. So it's smooth and uneventful flight since we've got up here. Okay, so it's been a fair amount of time, still no word on the Inflight entertainment. I think you might have forgotten. I have some stuff downloaded I can watch anyway. But yeah, it's still definitely something to note. Okay, welcome to the Virgin Australia Airbus A320 loo. Okay, I'm at the rear left. First off, there's not really any special amenities. There's hand soap and nothing all too special. And then, yeah, in terms of space, though, it's actually yeah, it's pretty solid. I feel like it's a little bit wider than a 737, maybe a little bit bigger, but nothing significant. There's a catwalk. So, yeah, I think that's about it for the Virgin Australia A320. We're about 45 minutes out of Adelaide now. Now just walking back to my seat. There's the cabin. It's been a very uneventful flight, really. Still haven't got the entertainment working, so it's a bit of a shame. Luckily, I downloaded my own stuff. I think they're coming around with water. Okay, now probably not too far off of descent. Just started cruising over South Australia. I forgot to record the start of it, but there's some very nice beaches down there. So, yeah. Cabin crew have come around twice for trash and once for water. Otherwise, it's been a very uneventful flight.
Just a quick update. We're losing a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet on descent to Adelaide. Current time in Adelaide at the moment is 16 minutes past 12. If you want to set your watches, we're going to be touching down at 20 minutes to 1. Maybe just embarking shortly thereafter. Conditions are very good today for Australia Day in Adelaide. We are very keen on you flying with us today. Hope you enjoyed the service.
If you are carrying fresh fruit, vegetables, plants or seeds, please give them to a member of our crew for disposal, or dispose of these items in one of the quarantine bins at the terminal. Be aware restrictions are currently in place on moving some fruit and vegetables within South Australia due to fruit fly outbreak. Thank you. Unwanted items you may have, thank you.
It's time to return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Large electronic devices, including laptops, need to be put away, but feel free to keep using handheld devices.
Cabin crew be seated for landing.
There's a airport down there, I'm not sure what it is. Now passing through cloud level, experiencing a little bit of turbulence. Going to be landing in Adelaide from the east, so we should get some city views. Okay, so now on descent into Adelaide International Airport. I'm going to conclude today's report since I have a connecting flight to get to in Adelaide. So yeah, our journey today started off at Perth International Airport, Terminal 1. I love the terminal and I think the check-in layout and the whole building is just a great design. It looks great. So check-in and security, that was all a pretty good experience. Security was a bit odd because with the priority lanes being blocked and everything, but we were there very early at like 6 o'clock, so yeah. And then the Virgin Australia lounge in Perth, I thought it was pretty good. It's probably not the best lounge I've been to, more in terms of food than anything, but it was a really nice lounge and is certainly acceptable, and I still think it's probably better than the Qantas Perth lounge. It's certainly a lot nicer. But yeah. And then next up, boarding. That was a good process. Unlike Qantas, we boarded 10 minutes early, but they didn't rush it, so we still all made it on time and everything. And yeah, we pushed back and got out of Perth right on time, so that's good. Onboard service, I'm not sure about the in-flight entertainment. Gears going down, by the way. The in-flight entertainment certainly wasn't ideal, but luckily I brought my own stuff, so I would suggest doing that just in case you have the same issue on the A320. And the crew were pretty friendly. They weren't really friendly, but they were good. And yeah, the seat comfort, I think the best way to explain it would be cozy. It's like, because they kind of have edges, which kind of keeps you in your seat a bit. It's a nice seat, it's pretty comfy, but it's also nothing special. So yeah, and then we're going to be landing right on time, if not a bit early. So yeah, overall I would say it was a really nice experience with Virgin Australia today on the Airbus A320, which is cool to be on a Virgin one of them. So yeah, your airfare for this flight will be on screen now. Just based off what I know, the airfare on this route, I mean, it's basically always the same. Qantas is a bit more, Jets does a bit less, Virgin's just in the middle, so yeah. If you're paying any more than like $20 extra for Qantas, it's definitely not worth it. Even if it is $20, it's a lot easier to get status and stuff with Virgin Australia, so I'd suggest probably going on Virgin Australia, unless you have Qantas Gold. Either way, though, I think Qantas would tend to be quite a lot more on this route. If you're looking for the best comfort, however, I would also suggest going on a 737-800, since they are slightly better in terms of seat comfort and everything. But yeah, and Jets does non-comparable really. They don't have many flights, and yeah, it wouldn't be very comfy on a route like this. So overall, I think Virgin Australia is the best option. I'll finish my outro on the ground, but for now, enjoy the landing video. Lavatory learning. Welcome to South Australia.
Welcome to Adelaide, where the local time is approaching 20 minutes to 1. Virgin Australia is proud to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we walk, work, live and fly, and pay our respects to elders past, present and future. For everyone's safety, please keep your seatbelts fastened and the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. And take care when you open the lockers. Make sure you have everything before you leave, including checking your seat pockets and your surrounding areas. We'll be leaving through the forward door. Once your phones are off flight mode, be sure to enter by scanning the QR code on the back of the menu in your seat pockets. So we wish you the best of luck with the draw. We'd like to thank you for flying with Virgin Australia today. It has been our pleasure looking after you. On behalf of your crew, wish you a safe onward journey and look forward to you again next time you choose to fly. Thank you and good afternoon.
There's a couple Qantas Link Embraer 190s just there. Thank you, see ya. Okay, so this is Southern Cross Minor livery Alliance Fokker 100 over there. Okay, so welcome to Adelaide. Now I'm gonna do the outro. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated. But it's not necessary nor expected. But if you'd like to help me out a little bit, and if you wouldn't mind doing so, that would be great. Check out my website if you like at aviation763.com for information on upcoming flights and easier navigation to certain airlines trip reports. Check out my community tab so you can participate in some fun polls, and you might get a little bit of info on upload schedules, but that's normally 6 p.m. Melbourne time during daylight savings or 5 p.m. Eastern Australia Standard Time. So yeah, finally, well, not quite finally, check out my Instagram if you like at aviation763_ for somewhat live updates and some cool photos. And last but definitely not least, thank you to all my incredible Patreons who help to make these videos possible. Your support is so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without you. So yeah, thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in my next one.
Welcome to Adelaide, where the local time is approaching 20 minutes to 1.